For the next few minutes, I'd like to talk about distributions from an estate or a trust. The easiest form and simplest form is just a distribution of the assets outright to the beneficiary, and this is usually the expectation that most beneficiaries have. Fortunately, sometimes we are concerned with the impact that receiving an inheritance will have on the person. It may be due to their ability to manage that property. We may be concerned that it will disrupt their life, or it may be that we just want to offer a layer of protection from any debt that they may have, from dissolution of a marriage, or a judgment against them. And the usual way we deal with this is to leave that distribution for them in a trust. Now, it is still there, but think of the trust just as a box. And then as we describe how we want the assets used, the key thing is that we separate the income from the principal. What do we mean by that? Separating the fruit from the tree, the cow from the calf, the crop from the field. Identifying what happens on an annual basis and what remains year to year to year. Let's start with the income distribution. One approach is to just say that all of the income is going to be paid to the person automatically once a year, once a quarter, whatever. Or we can have a situation where income is paid to them in a discretionary basis. It could be in the absolute total discretion of the trustee, or it can be subject to an ascertainable standard, something like health, education, support, and maintenance, or some older language that we used to use to maintain a person in the station of life to which they have been accustomed. In other situations, we use incentive provisions where income is tied to their W-2 earnings, or making sure that they have a clean UA and drug screen. Some factor that adjusts the income to their behavior. In terms of principal, we could make just a simple lump sum distribution to them at some point in the future, but more typical these days is what we call a delayed and staggered distribution, such as a third of it at age 25, half of the balance at age 30, and the remaining balance at age 35. Now, there's nothing magical about those fractions or those ages. In many situations, my own included, the ages of distribution are 55, 60, and 65. Our reasoning is that we want whatever passes to the next generation to actually be used for their retirement. It is their nest egg, and we don't want it to be used for anything other than that. Now, we may also want to put in that principal can be distributed for a specific event. Maybe when they attain a certain age, maybe X years after my death, or if they are going to purchase a home or start a business, or tie it to something like a catastrophic health situation where the principal would truly be beneficial. In any type of discretionary distribution, be it income or principal, the role of the trustee is going to be to make those decisions. And those are the decisions of how the assets should be invested, and determining what is income and what is principal, and then making that decision whether or not to distribute any income or any principal. In addition to that, they take care of the operational details. They have a fiduciary responsibility to the beneficiary, and they need to be in a position to manage conflict, because there's no way around it. There is going to be tension anytime someone is making a discretionary distribution of either income or principal, or on how the investments have been made, or on whether or not something should be considered income rather than principal. A way of avoiding these types of difficult tensions is to just simply annuitize that distribution. Make a direction that says whatever is left to that particular person, it is going to be used to purchase a commercial annuity that will pay them X number of dollars over their life expectancy. It eliminates any discretion and it minimizes the conflict between the parties. What's the right answer in this situation? Well, one size does not fit all, and it really comes down to how you anticipate family dynamics are going to play out. From there, it's a matter of your personal values and beliefs and what your objectives are. And in most situations, it's going to rely upon a combination of these techniques. Again, one size does not fit all.